Today we're going to be checking out a Honda CB750 Nighthawk. We're going to take the CB750 out. We just got the new tire on the rear, which I'll show you here in a minute. I went with a different size tire because I wanted it to look more like a sport bike tire instead of like a sport touring tire. So I went with a more aggressive tire with a lower sidewall. I'll show you all that here shortly. But let's get the first ride on the CB750 and just cruise around on it and see how she does. I don't know how the wind noise is going to be because it's extremely windy today. I think there's a storm trying to blow in. That's one thing that I need to get fixed is the tachometer is not working. Every once in a while you'll see it, it tries to start working. So I think there's a loose wire behind it. So I'm going to have to check that out, which I'll absolutely do a video on. But you got to think, this is an old bike. This one was made in 1992. But what's crazy about these Honda Nighthawk 750s, or some people just call them a CB 750, is this motor has been in production from 1969, cue the music, 1969 until I think it was 2004, this inline 4-cylinder. So parts are readily available. There's still companies producing parts for these bikes to this day. She's peppy. One thing I noticed riding, all I hear right now is wind noise. I don't hear much exhaust note from it, so I didn't get it revved up real high. We'll try stretching its legs a little bit in a second, see if we can hear some more exhaust sound. But since I've been riding motorcycles, I've always liked a bike that is a little bit louder, just so people around you can hear you. I'm going to pull over up here at the ball fields, show you all this tire, do a little walk around, a little scoot, looks like a Honda Metropolitan. But we got a wreck? What happened? What did you do? No wreck. Maybe they ran out of gas or something. It's got pretty good bottom end torque. I've owned a lot of street bikes in my days, but what makes me, this is my first ride on the bike, so you are getting to experience that with me. But what made me want the Nighthawk 750 so bad is when I was a kid, my dad come home with a 250 Nighthawk. I thought it was his bike, but he got it and he actually bought that bike for me. So we ended up going back and getting him a 600 Shadow where he hadn't rode in some years. But I rode a 250 Nighthawk from the age of, like, I don't know, 14, 15, something like that. Might have been 13, 14, 15, something like that. And I rode that bike, even rode that bike in like light trails, and I went everywhere on that bike, and it was a good bike to me. I wish I still had it, but I always wanted the power, or to know what the power of a 750 was like. So here's a 750. I need to get a blinker bolt for this side. I love how the pops are changing like a gold color. But yeah, it's a pretty basic bike. When I look at it, all I see is engine. But these motors are, like I said, have been in production from 1969 up until I'm pretty sure it was 2004. Very easy to maintain. No electronics on the bike. It's just a get on and go kind of motorcycle. And for it to be as old as it is in 1992, it's in fairly decent shape. Motor sounds healthy. It's got a 5-speed gearbox. I'm not sure what the gas mileage is. I'll look it up and I will insert the gas mileage now. There's the gas mileage on the old bike. From right now riding it, it's smooth, easy power. I haven't got on it yet. No wheelies yet, not the first video. There will be though. But it's extremely quiet. It's a quiet bike. It's got 14,000 miles on it. And, oh yeah, the back tire. That's the kind of tire I'm running on. It's got a thinner sidewall, but it rounds over a lot more. So we can layer down in the twisties. So yeah, let's take this bad boy, get some gas in it. Actually, I think, yeah, we need to check the gas. This isn't my full review video. This is my first ride video, but we will be bringing you a full review video. It'll be out in the next week or so. See how the tach tried to start working? All right. It's got a single disc brake in the front. I hadn't really tested the brakes too hard. Yeah, it's got a rear drum brake in the rear, which kind of shows its age. But a lot of people like taking these Nighthawks and making cafe racers out of them, because the power plant's just too good. Got a lot more power than the old XR250 does, that's for sure. I felt the clutch slipping just a little there. I don't know if that's something to do with the clutch or the way that this cable's run, but it almost looks like it's run weird to me. I need to look up how they actually run that cable and make sure it's ran right. But I felt it slip, and slipping clutch is not good for a wheelie. But you got to remember, this bike being a 92 model, it's and that's how people get killed on motorcycles. Go ahead, buddy. Yep. Brakes work good. Anyways, it's a 92 model, so things are going to need to be replaced. But as in the motor, she's healthy. The bike, it hasn't felt very heavy to me. I hear people, I've seen other reviews where people say the bikes are real heavy. But to me, it feels pretty nimble and light. I rode it with the other tire down the road, and it did not feel good. It feels very smooth now, but that's one thing I can say about Honda, is they just make smooth running motorcycles. For this thing to be carbureted, it really don't feel like it. It's just so smooth. And that's another thing with it. The clutch is easy, and the gearbox is just butter. Buttered gearbox. Hey, I'd like to have that little scooter right there. Make a super scoot like old Redbeard's Garage has got. What world was that? Oh, it's a guy on lawnmower. He's hitting roots. Hey, buddy. You don't want to hit the roots with the lawnmower, man. Or that thing will be on the side of the road and I'll be picking it up from your house because you bent the blade on it. One thing right off the rip is I wished it was a little bit louder, but it's nice being quiet too, though. So y'all leave down in the comments, should we put a performance exhaust on it, or should we leave it bone stock? She's awful quiet. This is perfect for around town, even cruising at speeds at like 70 miles an hour. Does pretty good. Traffic. We in some traffic. I'm going to take y'all to Missionary Ridge probably in the next video when I actually do the actual review on the bike. This is just my first impressions little video, but take you to Missionary Ridge. It's got some twisties back and forth. Maybe go get a thumbnail by the water, you know, that kind of stuff. Then we're going to figure out the clutch and the tachometer, start fixing the little stuff that's wrong with it, and then you know what's next. Will it, Willie? But clutch comes first. But for 14,000 miles, this bike ain't even broke in yet, honestly. I've seen them with way more miles than what this has got on it. It sounds good though. I ain't gonna lie. I just wish I could hear it when I'm riding. But if I could hear it when I'm riding, I wish it'd be as quiet as it is now. But safety's my main thing when it comes to riding a motorcycle on the street, being aware of your surroundings and everybody that's around you. And with a louder motorcycle, they can at least hear that you're around. Something this quiet, you're like super stealth mode. Somebody let the floodgates open because there's so much traffic. And I come the back way where there's usually not traffic. Everybody figuring out my shortcuts around here? BMW pulled out of there and got on it. 5-speed gearbox. I'm always searching for a 6 already. I feel it. Or maybe people do that on any bike. The wind noise ain't that bad. Tow trucks galore. Must have been a wreck. There's a guy in full-on race gear on his bike. Happy motoring guy. He's on like a Ducati. Yep, I was right. Sounded like a Ducati. We'll turn right up here at this red light. Go into the Volkswagen plant. So y'all can see how big that place really is. It's crazy. Back drum brake is giving me a little squeal when I hit it. It's probably from not being used. Army Reserve Center. There's some cool big trucks out there. I got an Audi on my hind end. But all of that that you see out there is Volkswagen. All those train cars, all those Passats, or actually those are all Atlases now. It's a really big place. Fun fact, I think it was 2 years ago, Tanner Faust was at the Formula Drift event in a Volkswagen, and he came to Chattanooga just to drift these roundabouts. There used to be black marks all through here, but they're not here no more. He drifted this roundabout and another one that's down here. There's Amazon Fulfillment Center of Chattanooga. To our right, big place. Visibility out of these mirrors, I think they're aftermarket. Pretty dang good. And there's the employee parking. This place is massive, guys. Here's the medical center just for Volkswagen. And I don't know how good you're going to be able to see on the video here. Got a hog coming up, boy. Woo! Sounding smooth and nice. That's Volkswagen of Chattanooga. Should be called Volkswagen of Germany, because that's what it's like inside the place. Just going to turn around here and get up out of here. As you can see how many Atlases are down there. It's ridiculous. Pretty cool. I appreciate all of y'all coming along with me on a short little tour. And for the first ride on the new tire, it's really my first time really riding the bike. Smooth power, cruises good at speed. As of right now, I'm satisfied. I like it. It's everything I thought it would be. Get the clutch situation figured out where I can go wide open throttle without it slipping. I think it's the clutch cable, to be honest. But then we'll be having some fun, because then we'll see if she'll wheelie. I don't like this concrete. It's all bouncy. I bet it grips real good, but it's extremely bouncy. Yeah, she just wants to go, go, go. Love it. Well, guys, welcome to season 3 of V-Tart Adventures. Thanks for everybody that's been a subscriber of mine. Been family with me for a few years that we've been doing this YouTube thing. And all the new people that come on this year, I appreciate it. If you hit the subscribe button, we do a lot of different stuff, but we have some big plans for this season that are going to be going down, and you do not want to miss it, because I have not seen anybody on YouTube do what we're about to do. If you're into motorsports and you like motorcycles, you have to hit that subscribe button. Well, you don't have to. Yes, you do. You got to. Hit the dang subscribe button for your boy. Much love for y'all coming in and watching this video. Stay tuned for other videos will be coming out soon. The next one will be a full review of the CB750 Nighthawk and what I really think about it. Much love, guys. Until next time, peace.